We are now in the Zayin de Nechemta, from the weeks after Tisha B'Av until we get all the way up to Rosh Hashanah. The first psukim of the Zayin de Nechemta, which I've mentioned before in previous recordings, are a dialogue between the Kodesh Baruch Hu and Klal Yisrael. The Haftarah for Eikev has two critically important psukim which I would like to focus in on. The first one is Klal Yisrael is crying to Hashem. In V'eschanan we had Nachmu Nachmu Ami. Klal Yisrael at Tzion cries back to Hashem, crying bitterly. My Tamar Tzion, Azavani Hashem, V'Hashem Shechacheni. It's a bitter cry. It's not an accusation. It's a cry. It's a weeping. Hashem, you have forgotten us. Towards the end of the Haftorah is a pasuk which answers that cry, not superficially. You have to see what you're reading. And it's the next, not the next to the last pasuk. Oh, it is. It's the next to the last pasuk of the Haftorah, and it goes. By the way, first psukim of everything have always a lot of mazel. The last psukim not as much, but they also have mazel. But the next to the last, the next to the first, you have to look for them and you have to find them and you have to search for them. But that's our job. Our job is to seek out, is to search. Dirshu Hashem, Dirshu Hashem. Look. Pasuk goes, Habitu Avraham Avichem, Vel Sora Tohilalchem Ki Echad. No, I blew it. No, I did it right. Ki Echad Krosiv Varcheu V'Arbei. I did it right. Habitu Avraham Avichem, Vel Sora Tohilalchem Ki Echad Krosiv Varcheu V'Arbei. Look to Avraham your father and to Sarah Tohilalchem, who started you off. They're the foundation. Ki Echad Krosiv. I called them once, V'avarcheu v'arbehu, and I benched them, and I made them multiply. This is from a sefer called Savari Shalol, from the Ma'ayin Shel Torah. Savari Shalol brought down the name of Rav Aaron ben Chaim from Izmir. The Izmir is a Chassidish Rebbe. And he has a fascinating insight from the Medrash. Any place in Tanakh where it says the lashon ein la, pasuk ein la, I'll give you 3 examples in a second. You should know that means ein la now. She doesn't have it now, but in the future will have it. But number 1 example, everybody knows this pasuk. Vatisar akara ein la v'lad. She had no children. After that, Hashem pokad a Sarah, because Hashem answered her. Same thing. Tzion he doiresh. Tzion he doiresh ein la. Pasuk in Yirmiyahu. And then it says uvolet tzion goyel. And the last example he gives is from Eicha. Ein la menachem. And then it says anochi hu menachemchem, coming up afterwards in Haftorah. So any place in Tanakh where we have the phrase ein la, you should know it means ein la now, but not forever. That is what the pasuk is saying. Habitul Avraham Avichem. You are crying. Think about this for a second. Look back at your first of the Avos, Avram and Sarah. Tochilalchem. What were they? Old people. They're not going to have any kids. They're 90. They're ancient. Nothing, no possibility at all. It was a bitter situation. How are we in Golus? In a bitter situation. And you're going to think, there's nothing coming to us. Ein la menachem, we're never going to get out of this. Dorish ein la. He says, no. Dorish ein la. And ein menachem la now. And what is he saying? Ki achar krosiv. I will be calling you. Ki echad krosiv v'archeu v'arbehu. Just like I gave them a bracha, and they were able to multiply, and Klal Yisrael came out of these 2 people, so too, even though it says ein la, don't give up hope. Even in the darkest of days, never give up hope. Ki nicham Hashem Tzion. In the end of time, Hashem will answer us, because it's ein la menachem now, but it will be menachem at the end. Today happens to be a day, and when I'm taping this, that the Yimach Shemam Iran government came out with an announcement and said, we're going to attack Israel on Tisha B'Av because that's the day of their perennials. That's the day that they suffer all their misfortunes. I immediately fired back to anybody who got my text message. Those guys, just like Haman didn't know that Zayin Adar was not only a day when Moshe Rabbeinu was going to die, but Zayin Adar was the day Moshe Rabbeinu was born, so too, in our time, Halavai, Tisha B'Av was going to come the biggest yontif. So that this, when you hear this podcast, this talk, it'll literally be after Tisha B'Av, and I'm hoping by then we will see a grace of Yeshua, and Hashem will answer us, and we will see the grace of Nechama, and Havai Mashiach should come already. Shabbos.